Merry meet, this is High Priest Ogonslav from the Coven of the Open Mind. Hail and welcome. Welcome to the next video in my Sabbats 101 video series. Today we will be talking about Lughnasa. Lughnasa takes place on August 1st or August 2nd, depending on where you're located in the world, and it is the celebration marking the start of the harvest season. It is known as one of the four greater Sabbats, and it is a cross-quarter day between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. Though it is often the hottest part of the summer, this is also the moment when the first hints of autumn are perceptible. The first grains are ready to be harvested, the trees begin dropping their fruits, and the ever-shortening daylight becomes more apparent with each setting sun. At this time, we give thanks for the abundance of the past growing season and look forward to the remaining weeks of light and warmth as we continue reaping what we have sown. The gods' power begins to wane at this time as days grow shorter and the crops are ready to be cut down. In some traditions, the sun god actually infuses the grain with his power, and so is sacrificed when the grain is harvested. This grain is then used to bake the first bread from the year's crops, which in earlier times would then be taken to a church and laid on the altar to be blessed. Many honor the Irish god Lugh on this day, who is a solar deity. As such, on this day we celebrate the sun, its many gifts, as well as our own labor. Lughnasa rituals are related to harvest and gratitude and recognize the manifestations of our intent that have unfolded so far during the course of the year. Bread making is a common way to mark the holiday as it represents bringing the seeds of intention into full fruition. People might also make a corn dolly, a traditional poppet made from straw for use in ritual and magic. Decorate your altar with colors of summer and fall: yellow, orange, red, green, and brown. Use harvest imagery like scythes and baskets, and of course, loaves of bread. You may also use barley, oats, grain, wheat, or fruit as well to decorate your altar. Also known as the Festival of Bread, various kinds of bread are typically baked on this day, formed into shapes of a man or the sun as a representation of the sun god. All forms of corn, especially cornmeal, are also a staple for the Sabbat, providing nourishment in a variety of foods that cross cultural lines. Corn is a comfort food for people of many nations. At this time, witches cast spells for connectedness, career, health, and financial gain. Spells for abundance are completely appropriate now. As the sun is growing weaker, it is a good time to do grounding and sun meditations, then use the golden rays of the sun gathered during meditation and spell casting. Bonfires are also a common tradition on this day, as celebrating around a bonfire was a way of honoring the Sun King as well as the sun itself. The dwindling fire at the end of the night reminds us of the cold, dark days ahead. Plants associated with Lughnasa are the following: grains, aloe, cornstalk, frankincense, heather, myrtle, hollysack, sunflower, oak leaves, and of course, wheat. Some of the more popular gemstones associated with this holiday are adventurine, cat's eye, peridot, golden topaz, obsidian, clear quartz, marble, slate, and granite. The animals associated with Lughnasa are the rooster, the griffin, calves, centaurs, and the phoenix. Traditional foods of Lughnasa include barley cakes, star-shaped cakes or cookies, wild berries, apples, rice, bread, nuts, roasted lamb, grapes, pears, potatoes, turnips, berry pies, elderberry wine, and ale. Since we're on the topics of food, I want to share a quick recipe with you all from the Wicca Cookbook. I shared a recipe from this book last video, and a lot of members from our Discord server seem to like it, so today I'm going to share the barley mushroom soup recipe. Well guys, that's all the time I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys found it very helpful and entertaining. If you guys are interested in the lore behind the actual holidays, I suggest going over to watch Tahila's Wiccan Witchcraft 101 Abridged series. One of her most recent videos on there goes into the lore behind the actual holidays. But with that, I will thank you guys again for watching, and from everybody at the Coven of the Open Mind, blessed be.